bill, and that keeps coming in and out of Congress, and hopefully that will be resolved, where the libraries can still use their content of, for what they need it for, historians and things, but then it doesn't open up everything, all those images to everybody all over the world. And there's something, it's a really complicated issue that can't just be talked about in a few minutes, but I think that there is some sort of solution in there, and the Illustrators Partnership they're on their game, and the Society of Illustrators is involved. They have lots of lectures and meetings about it, and copyright lawyers involved with it that really know what they're talking about. And all I can do is support that, and pay my dues and be a member, and hopefully those things will, and obviously contact my my congressmen, and representatives, to let them know that I'm against this current orphan works bill, and that we as illustrators and any artist or any owner of intellectual property has a right, due to the Copyright Office law that was passed in 1978, that we own this copyright, we own the copyright to our work, and we're trying to protect that. Whereas the Orphan Works bill now, it looks like it's just going to basically get rid of that. So we need to stop it. So go to the Illustrators Partnership of America.org. Find out more.
Okay, now my last question for you, Jay, is, for aspiring illustrators, what advice can you give them when they're trying to break into the business?
It's a lot of the same thing that you've probably heard before, but work hard, draw constantly, network. Don't just sit in your basement and think everything's going to come to you. Get a really good website. Make sure that that's a very prominent part of your promotion. Spend the time, spend the money to learn how to do it, rather than paying somebody to do it for you, so you can do your own updates. There's a lot of great tools out there for building websites, like WordPress, and there's this new one called Tumblr, and a lot of really nice technology things that you can do to promote yourself these days on the internet. Get into all these social networks, promote yourself on Facebook and LinkedIn, and get a profile on Illustration Mundo and Little Chimp Society and Folio Planet, and anything else you can grab. And it seems like I'm getting on social networks or directories online constantly. Like on a weekly basis, I get on a new one, and it's basically all for free. But still, don't think that when you graduate that you're done with your education. It basically is just beginning. I think that's one of the big things to take away. Don't think, well, now I got my degree, so I don't have to learn anymore. I don't have to take any more classes, or do any more figure drawing, or just continue with it. Just keep going. Be a sponge always, and constantly read books. I listen to tons of podcasts while I'm working, and this is a continuing education, learning about. There's a lot of illustration podcasts out there. Constantly educate yourself on new things, and that really makes a big difference, I think, just being connected that way. And when you see somebody you like, if you see an illustrator you like online or in print, or through a podcast or something, contact them. Don't be afraid to contact them. Most likely they're going to be very open to hearing what you have to say. And you know, like what you're doing here, you know, coming all the way out here, this is a perfect thing for anybody to do, to have take that extra step, to meet face to face, to see who you like, you know, and learn as much from them as you possibly can. Network. It's all about word of mouth. That's how you're going to get it. It's not what you know, it's who you know. And that is so true. I find that out every day. It's not what you know, it's who you know.
Now here in front of me is Mike. He is an intern for J. Montgomery, and I would like to ask you a couple of questions. Now, what got you interested into illustration?
Since I like he said, since I was a kid, I always liked to draw and everything. So I was thinking, why don't I go to school and do that for a living, learn how to do that for a living. My original major is graphic design, but instead of looking for pictures, buying pictures, I can get the image I want from illustration. So I use a lot of illustration in my designs when I do graphic design.
Okay. How hard was it for you to find an internship? Was it hard or was it easy?
It just came to me. I was just looking for a job, and I went to my school website, Kennesaw State University, and I saw Jake Montgomery posted the look for an intern. And I actually saw his website 2 years ago prior to coming to work here, because I was looking for an idea to build my website. And I saw him always a while ago, and then when I saw it, I was like, oh, I think I know him.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So how many hours do you put in a week, and how many days a week do you work?
I work here 2 days a week. But as far as practicing and everything, like Jay said, it's like every day.
Okay, so it's constantly.
Constantly.
What kind of work do you do when you're working here with Jay? What does he teach you to do?
Well, I mostly do the stock images, but he teaches me about the business, how to get in, how to write contracts, how to talk to customers. Whenever he talks to a client, he puts it on speaker so I can hear how he's talking to them, reading emails, writing emails, and everything.
Okay. Now, what advice do you have for graphic design majors and illustration majors, being an intern yourself? You know, a lot of them are in their junior or senior year, and they're eager to get out there. What would you say to them?
Like Jay mentioned, when you're done, you're not done. You have to keep on working. Because I've learned a lot of stuff here that I never learned in school. Yeah.
So it's really one-on-one kind of thing.
Yeah,
That's
it
really
is.
important.
Mm-hmm.
And where do you see yourself in the future?
Probably be a freelance designer / illustrator.
Do you see yourself doing more editorial or corporate?
Right now, I don't know, to be honest with you.
You still have a lot of time to think about it.
Yeah, I'm still thinking.